Well, welcome back, everybody, to another segment of Owning Your Outdoors. Joining me, as always, is Doug Schroeder from Lewis. And, Doug, I heard we're talking about some of our favorite episodes today. That's thrillers, spillers, and fillers?
Yes, it is. It's annual event. Usually we have it right about Mother's Day. People start getting the itch to get their planters put together.
Well, I'm excited to get into all these flowers. It looks beautiful. You got a great setup out here.
Yes, I love working with different flowers. At my own house, I use different ones every year, so I just increase my knowledge of what I can do and share with others.
And I got to say, it smells amazing already. So, where's kind of where you might want to start? Maybe you're making a Mother's Day pot, something like that?
First of all, pick out the planter. That's the beginning part. You may have planters you used in the past or buying new. One thing I do recommend is go larger than what you think. The one pet peeve I have is driving by a house, and it's a nice size house, and they have this little pot out front. So larger makes a better statement. After you've chosen the style, planter, color, then the foundation of any pot is the soil. You want to use a good quality soil. Do not go cheap on the soil. You'll have bad results.
Yeah, most definitely. And you don't want those plants to get too overground, like you were mentioning, and too small of a pot. Once you have that planter, your soil, where do you kind of start with filling some of this in?
Well, where I start is the thriller. The thriller is the star of the pot. It is the focal point. It is what draws your eye. Some great thrillers are like cannas, cordyline, grasses. I have angelonia and dahlias. They all make a good focal point to your planter.
Okay, so they're kind of the main star, the production.
They are.
You would
They
probably
they are.
say. So after you kind of have that, is there any fillers that you like to choose, or
The
how do you go
fillers,
about?
yes, a lot of fillers. Fillers typically are a billowy plant. They are the supporting cast to the thriller. So you want things that have some volume to them, color that will play nice with whatever you pick out as your thriller. There's a lot of choices here. I have geranium, I have petunia, I have vinca, I have lantana, I have Bidens. They all make great fillers.
Okay, okay. So now we're kind of getting this built together more. Is there anything else? I think we have one more left on our list, and that's spillers, if I'm correct, right?
Spillers, correct. Spillers are any plant that vine and kind of drape over the edge of the container. It softens the edge of the container, and it's the last part of the supporting cast to the thriller. So there's a lot of good choices to pick from: sweet potato vine, calabacoa, vinca vine. Anything that vines makes a good spiller.
Okay, sweet potato vines. That's
Yes.
interesting. I wouldn't typically think of that for a pot of flowers, but that's very interesting.
And it's actually one of the most popular, and it loves heat. So this weekend, the heat, it's going to
Perfect.
love it here.
Most definitely. Well, I see some beautiful examples that we have around us.
Yes, and I wanted to mention one other thing.
Uh-huh.
You can take an inexpensive pot of flowers that are already planted, take it home and put it in a container. It's the easy way to do it. That was a $20 plant I put into a planter, and I think it looks pretty good. Another easy way to fill a planter is simply get a hanging basket, take it home and repot it into a planter, and you'll have a container all ready to go.
Well, awesome. That's so simple, but I would have never thought of that.
Yeah, it's something I do at my house every year. A couple of the planters I do are just simply hanging baskets.
Well, is there anything else you want to mention about?
Fertilize, fertilize. If you're going to have a container of flowers, you're going to be running a lot of water through it. You have to supplement it, I say, once a week with a fertilizer.
Good to know. Well, thanks so much for joining us here today, Doug. And it's looking like some beautiful planters just in time for Mother's Day. In Sioux Falls, Lexie, Merley, Dakota News Now.